did not like Cowboy Bebop, and I'm upset about that because I figured I'd love this. I love the vibe, I love the tone, it was hyped to high heavens. It's been a shame on my anime knowledge that I've never watched this series. And again, very upset that I did not enjoy this. While I can say I definitely do not like Cowboy Bebop, I also can't say I dislike it or hate it or anything like that. It's just like, I'd watch an episode, the episode was fine. I'd start the next episode and realize it didn't have any momentum carrying it forward. There was no narrative part to the series that was driving characters forward, and that was upsetting to me. 65% of the show is like episodic, then like 35% is a combination of backstory flashbacks, which I guess you could argue a little bit of plot, but really it's only the last 3 episodes. We'll give you 5. I'll give you 5 episodes that throughout the entire series that have any narrative focus driving a plot forward, which is fine. It's not the purpose of the show. It's not what I wanted out of a series. I want a strong driving narrative focus. I want character arcs. I want change. I want to look towards the future. Cowboy Bebop looks towards the past. Running from your past, accepting your past, looking into your past, rather than... There's a little bit of how your past shapes your future, but it's not like we are aiming to change something, to do something in the future. It is a very melancholy existentialism show. It has the vibes I was looking for. We have the space cowboys, and for the fact that I'm sure that somehow this inspired the creation, development, being able to produce Firefly, one of my favorite series, okay? If it had any inspiration leading towards the creation of Firefly, I respect and love it for that reason alone. And again, I didn't like the episodic nature of the show. Nothing leading into something else, nothing building upon each other, but I also didn't dislike it. I didn't dislike any of the episodes. I'd watch an episode, I'd have a fun time, I'd click next, I'm halfway through the next episode realizing we're not continuing anything from the previous, we're not working towards anything, so I'd stop and then I'd watch the next half of that episode, try to watch another one before repeating the cycle. I could never watch more than like an episode worth, but in like kind of half parts at a time. Nothing was driving me to continue the series. So what is the series? The series is basically bounty hunters in space, and each one is an episode of the week. And now I'm going to go into slightly more spoilers, talking about the characters first, and then what my issue is with the episodes. So Spike, he's a vibe. He has a past that he's looking towards, and he kind of gets wrapped into it at the end, but I really feel he wasn't the focus of the show. If anything, I think Faye Valentine, I had a bit more investment in her story as she has amnesia, so the focus on the past works really well for her as she learns from it. But once she learns the truth, it's just kind of sad that there's nothing that can be done given her past. I don't want to go into complete spoilers, but she is open for change and growth in the future. We just don't see it. The worst character, in my opinion, was going to be Ed. Now, she kind of just comes into the story randomly. I don't, like, couldn't we have a couple episodes building up of her watching our space cowboys here, following their adventures, coming across them online, anything? No, she just shows up. It's like, I want to join them. So grabs their spaceship out of the air and gets on in with them, and then just leaves just as abruptly. I guess it works for the themes of the show in disruptive, free spirit, humor, going where the wind blows, the past defined you and shaped you, I guess isolated you. Like, it's thematic. It is thematic. It's just not a character arc that is going anywhere that I find entertaining. Jet was the one character, besides Faye, that I did kind of like. Like, his past and backstories is betrayal after betrayal, institutionalized systems letting him down, and he's just trying to do the right thing, be a good person, and he's just steady. He doesn't change. His past, while it affected him, it didn't change who he was to his core character, and it didn't make him lose his faith and trust in people. So I like Jet for his steadiness. I just can't have every character kind of be like that. Spike is more ignoring one's past, running from one's past, and finally facing it. And if that had been a focus throughout the series instead of like the last 3 episodes with like 1 or maybe 2 episodes sporadic here, it could have worked really well. Now I'm into full spoilers. So we have like an episode where we learn about his past with Julia, his true love. Do we know anything about her? Do we know why they're in love? Do we know how they met? A little bit, I guess. But there was no connection there. She existed. He cared about her because we are told he cared about her. The syndicate, however, is when I take my biggest issue. It could have been so easy to build them out throughout the series. We are introduced like to the red eye drug. We're introduced to assassins. We're introduced to mercenaries. We're introduced to even truckers. I'm sure there's drugs going around everywhere besides the red eye. Why isn't the syndicate involved in any of it? Why did we introduce a super intelligent genetically modified dog to do nothing with that throughout the series? Was there a microchip, some kind of technology ingrained in his DNA that was being smuggled around? Nope, we just need a dog on the crew for the vibe of it. And that was upsetting. Why wasn't the syndicate or anything tying into the episodic jobs that we were experiencing to build them? Okay, so we're not going to build the big bad syndicate that Spike is introduced to. Okay, what about the police? Because Jet has a strong thing with the police there. They keep betraying him with individual officers. What is the world's intergalactic government like? Beats the hell out of me. Sometimes they show up at the end of an episode. I don't feel like anything was interconnected in a way to experience and observe. There's hints at it. It's off in the sideline. You can piece things together, but I'm here for the story. I'm here to watch someone experience a narrative in a story, and I never got that. Again, I don't dislike this show. Each episode was fine as a standalone. There was just nothing driving me to watch the next episode, and it took me a god-awful long time to finish this very short series. I can't say I dislike the idea of a series that focused so heavily on one's past, because even each episode, the episodic nature of it, the characters outside the main crew were running from their past, were facing the consequences of a decision they made in the past. It was all very thematic and worked for what the series wanted to do as a whole. I just wish that we also focused on the future, had a goal that we were striving to, that the past was influencing our ability to get to, that kind of thing. There was another theme there that I did like with Vicious and Spike and the syndicate as a whole, the changing of the guard. So the old guard were stuck in the past, and Vicious, while a monster a little bit, was interested in the new generation and how he can change and move forward. But really, he's just echoing the themes of the past very loudly, violently, and wanting to do more from it. And Spike being can we grow from the past? Can we outrun the past? Can we make something better for more people, not just be selfish for ourselves kind of thing? That could have been a really interesting thing to explore if we used more episodes to explore it. But I do like the idea that we did focus a little bit on different generations, changing in generations, how morals and expectations and goals can change over time. Sure, let's go with that. It just wasn't the focus of the show. The focus was off for me. I love the themes. I love the idea of the characters. I love the idea of the show. It's just the focus being slightly off for me. I know why other people love this. I get why other people love this. Just not for me. Couple positives here. Faye Valentine was probably my favorite character because she had an actual arc. We start off with the amnesia. She's trying to figure out who she used to be, trying to deal with how she can be a person now with not knowing where she came from. Then the addition of her virtual diary coming to find her, a message from her past self of what she wanted to tell her future self, and finding her old home to find out that the world has gone on without her. A life has been lived. The friends she had are gone. Her home that she was looking for also destroyed. To feel that crushing weight around her, the despair of it, love that. And then choosing to go back to the new bonds that she had made, wanting to help them and stay with them and give Spike the message for his own journey. I liked her elements, but that was all of what, 3-4 episodes throughout an entire 26 episode series. I like the idea of Spike not being able to run from his past, but again, it was hardly a focus of the series. I love Jet's steadiness. I love the idea of a super intelligent dog. I just need a story that it worked with driving the narrative forward. I can't say that enough. I'm sorry. That is all I got. I will talk to you later. Bye.